Kibbles, I'm really happy to have you on. Me and AJ have been talking about you for a while, and I think we could talk about some cool stuff.
No, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to, go into everything and anything.
Yeah,
We could talk about Marvel, we could talk about wrestling, we could talk about my book that I published. So many things.
exactly. And I think it's gonna be. I really want to prefacate on the fact that I don't want to have it. Sometimes people do the whole podcast. It turns into a shock jock thing, and I think it's not fun. You gotta have a nice conversation going, and that's what a podcast I think is.
Yeah, no, this is going to be the best podcast. We're going to talk about legitimate things and we're going to open up the listeners' minds.
I agree. So, are you ready to start?
Yeah, let's class this up a little bit.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Our first subject is buffalo wings. How many before you poop blood? Hello, ladies and Benjamin. Today we have another guest on. As you can see, we have a classy gentleman up in here. Mr. Do you go by Mr. Kibbs, or is that your father?
I go by Mr. Kibbs.
Oh, okay.
I think he's old enough now.
Yeah.
Yes, quite. I mean, you've been on before. You've been on with me. But AJ
Listen,
is new to this.
The Zoomers would classify me as a Mister.
Oh, okay. The Zoomers?
Yeah, the Zoomers.
I mean, that makes sense.
The people after millennials.
What is it? It's boomers, boomers, millennials, and then zoomers?
I think there's a generation between boomers and millennials.
Gen
Yeah.
X or something?
Gen X.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gen X.
It's all confusing. Why can't I just call someone old?
It's it is interesting the young generation being like, "Oh shit, you're old," and you're like, "I'm 30. What
Well,
the fuck you mean I'm
yeah.
old?"
That's the thing too that I get annoyed with is like you try to like when they have stuff like that, it's like you're trying to classify people in a like a group. So it's like when people go like, oh, like I talked about it I think before in my opinion where I was like people who say like, oh, 90s kids understand this cartoon. I'm like, that's the Rugrats. You can just watch that on something. You don't you're not completely you know stuck in one era of what came out when you were born. You can
Right.
watch anything.
I mean, it kind of used to be like that before the streaming services and stuff. Like, if you
Mhm.
didn't watch it when it was on, shit,
But I
you
think
were SOL.
I think for the majority we were cataloging everything. It just wasn't as easy to find as it is now.
Yeah,
You'd be like my dad who just recorded everything on VHS.
Oh,
that too.
nice. Nice. So yeah,
Yeah,
we were
this-
gonna go ahead.
This
Sorry.
podcast is called In Our Opinion.
No.
No?
AJ's trying.
That is a point of contention.
He is really trying. I mean, I
That's
don't.
why I put it in there, because he always says it.
Yes. I try. That's the thing. Like, it's such a name that I don't worry about. It's because of the fact that when I did do the episodes, I would just say, like, that would be the term that I would say all the time because I realized that I was saying it in a way of, this is what I think, and I wanted to get that across because I didn't want people to be like, you're fucking wrong and you're stupid and you're dumb for thinking that. I'm like, this is what I am thinking. This is in my opinion because I was finding myself saying it a bunch, and I didn't want people to get all up in their panties in a bunch and getting mad about
But,
what I was saying.
I hate to tell you, even if you
Yeah.
clarify that and classify it, they're still gonna.
Yeah, this is the internet, Darren.
Well, I said about how I felt about World War II, and they just didn't like it.
Yeah, Hitler had some good points.
Whoa, hold on. No. It wasn't
Yeah.
about Hitler.
I mean, if you think that, then you'll fit in great with today's Republican Party. I mean, I didn't say that.
Oh! Are we all technically, I mean, I would assume that we're all kind of
Yeah.
leftish.
I saw a shirt that supports my political views pretty much to a T. It's I believe that gay couples should be able to protect their pot farms with AR-15s.
Well, that covers it. That covers everything right there.
Yeah, you got everything there. You're good.
I think the only person I know who's legitimately a Republican is Dan. The only person I know who is a Republican that I respect
Well,
that I can.
because he's not like an asshole Republican. Like he has Republican views, but he's not one of
Yeah.
those Trumpers.
But yeah, and then there's people on both sides where they're like, I need you to know my opinion no matter what. And Dan isn't like that. Dan's like, I just want my guns. I don't give a fuck.
One thing that I think is hilarious is that both sides will yell at the other side saying, "You're just doing that because you're a bunch of sheep."
Yeah.
And
Sheeple.
and
Look up
yeah.
sheeple.
Meanwhile, I'm like, bro, y'all are doing the same thing over
Yeah.
there. Like,
Just on the other
guess what?
side.
There are sheeples on both sides of this equation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that one side is and one side isn't, because both sides have free thinkers and both sides have sheep.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that stuff. We've
Yeah,
been
enough of
waiting
that
for like 3 episodes. I have been waiting for 3 episodes to talk about wrestling with somebody, and AJ
Darren
just
has been bursting at the seams.
AJ just wants
AJ,
nothing to do with it.
You haven't been excited for me to come on?
I've been excited for you to come on because now Darren can have somebody to talk to.
He baited you there.
I know, yeah, he did.
Darren's just like throwing facts and like
Yeah.
wrestlers
Yeah,
at me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yep, no idea who that is.
Well, the thing is that, and you don't understand. I think the fact that if anyone would understand what I'm saying is be Kibbles when it comes to it, because imagine, I guess the best way to explain it, AJ, is imagine. Oh, I had a great analogy for it earlier today, and I can't fucking think of it now.
I mean, you should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I fucking should have. I think I was at work. That's why I didn't. It was the concept of imagine being at. It was something. I couldn't remember where.
Six Flags.
Well, not Six Flags. Somewhere where you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Cuba. Russia?
You should say Cuba?
I would say the country's capital on January 6th.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, come on. I don't want to do political the whole episode, all right? No, I had pretty much the concept of imagining like one big party that you're having, and it's one of those things where you get there and it's one big party and everyone's just having fun, everyone's enjoying it, and everyone just fucking just having a good time and enjoying the camaraderie of everybody. And then imagine going to another party where people don't like to talk about other parties, or they don't like to do anything that's mature, or they don't like to curse or do anything like that, or have fun in general.
Like a Smash convention.
Yeah. The non-fun party is WWE, and the fun party is AEW, because when it came down to it, the thing that reminds me the most about AEW is the fact that when Kibbles and me used to go to indie shows, it's the equivalent of an indie wrestling show, even though it really isn't. If that makes any sense.
Like now it's big, but it still sticks to its roots.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, it's like it's almost like, I want to say like MCU, like the MCU, where the MCU is like, oh, we won't fucking make a movie where it's just surrounded around the Hulk. Here comes fucking Hawkeye, or here comes fucking Iron Man, or here comes fucking Captain America. We don't limit ourselves to this character just because we're afraid of what we might do if we add more people in, or if we try to include other groups of. That's what it feels like with me. Where
You might make the Justice League movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that would be the equivalent with. I don't know if.
So AEW is the MCU and WWE is the DCU.
No,
Yes.
I would say that, or it would be the WWE is the movies back before like X-Men and all them, like back when Sony still had the rights to everything.
Blade.
Yeah, like Blade. It's Blade. WWE is Blade, because you know all the motherfuckers that they say in WWE. It's perfect.
The first two Blades were good.
Yeah, ironically, Triple H is in the third one.
Third one.
My bad.
Bodons.
Yeah, my bad. What made me think of actually now, Blade, what was it, Blade 1 has that Donald Lobb or something like that from, he was in like
Donald
Gotham.
Loeb.
Yeah. You know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about though, right? From like Grounded for
Yeah.
Life, and he was in like, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Gotham. So he's in What We Do in the Shadows, and he's just like, they play it off like, oh, he's an actual vampire because of his fame from Blade 1. He just was like, yeah, someone just turned me, and now I'm a vampire.
His big hit.
That's funny.
So yeah, the WWE, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's... See, AJ, it's not the concept of the performers are bad. I think it's the concept of whoever's writing it is doing a shitty job. It seems like they're coming up with shit that just doesn't make any sense. And AEW is kind of like, I don't know if Kibbles would agree with me, but it's like a striptease. Like it's more elongated out. Like they only do like what, 4 pay-per-views a year. They're really like
not one a month.
Yeah, not one a month. They're just stretching it out. You know what I mean? And they have like special events throughout the months where
they're edging you.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like wrestling. AEW is the equivalent of edging. It just they
perfect analogy.
And WWE is just like a prostitute. You know, you pay a lot of money, you just go in there and get it done.
Yeah. There's no mysterious. You know, there's no magic behind it.
Probably don't enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah. You're probably kind of upset. For some reason,
it's just a job at that point.
For some reason, she brings up some weird ad for something, like randomly asks me if I want a Snickers. It's really strange. that are like some weird, like, I didn't watch it, but Kibbles, supposedly there was something on Survivor Series.
Oh my God! Let me tell you about this, AJ. No, oh well, that was funny.
Oh, go for it. Or you mean
I
the
thought
egg?
You were talking about something else. The egg.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him about the egg.
Okay, AJ, you will appreciate this. In a this is terrible sense. So they were they were sponsored by The Rock's new movie, was it Red Notice on Netflix? And so in that movie he's like trying to get back this golden egg or whatever. So at the beginning of Survivor Series, Vince McMahon shows up with the golden egg from the movie, and we're just and his like story is that he's such good friends with The Rock that The Rock gave it to him. And we're just pretending like this egg is real from the movie. Like The Rock is really a government guy who was trying to like save this egg. And we're just supposed to go with it. So apparently Vince gets up and goes to the bathroom at some point. And then he comes back and the egg has been stolen. And so now we need to figure out who stole the egg.
Oh, God.
So this is what they did for like half of the pay-per-view?
Yeah. And the best part
is... beyond the pay-per-view. We had to wait until Monday Night Raw the next night to find out who did it.
I think the best part is that, see, the cultural significance, AJ, is that The Rock's first appearance was at Survivor Series, 25 years ago?
Yeah.
He never even showed up to Raw or Survivor Series. He was just too busy. He couldn't even be fucked. He couldn't even be fucked. He couldn't even be fucked to bother. It's just so fucking stupid.
Oh, so Darren, did you hear who had it and why?
No.
So Austin Theory had it, and it's because he wanted to take.
So just so AJ knows, you mean the guy who takes selfies during matches?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why he had it was because he wanted a selfie with the egg. And he was very nervous and sneaking around because of all the extra security. And he heard the security coming, so he grabbed the egg and ran away with it.
Oh, okay.
That's completely understandable. I mean, everyone's been there.
Everyone's been there with an egg.
Been there. So that was why he... accidentally stole the egg and then gave it back the next night.
That's fucking stupid.
Hey, I mean, at least he admitted his mistakes and brought it back. He could have just kept it.
And then he got a selfie with Vince, right? Or
a selfie with Vince and the egg.
See, it all worked out in the end.
And then Vince slapped the shit out of him or something. I heard. He gave him a good right hand, just an open palm, Sean Connery style.
He told him to always expect the unexpected, and then he slapped him.
Yeah, I hate that because we have to explain to Kibbles, or to explain to AJ that there's a guy who takes selfies during matches and be like, yeah, wrestling's great now. You're like, yeah.
And he's not even super entertaining like the guy who was doing that before him that they fired a couple months ago,
Oh
Tyler
my
Breeze.
god! Did you?
That's like I remember when I used to watch it, and there was like even to, like the little guys who like weren't good, like the Hurricane. At least like he still like put on a show.
Oh my god! Duck
But
loves
like
him. Duck loves the Hurricane.
Hurricane.
He still loves the Hurricane. I'm like, he's a producer on WWE, but he doesn't wrestle anymore. He goes, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes."
He hasn't been a producer in WWE in a while.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking because he was.
He was at one point, but he hasn't in a while. AJ would probably love the Matt Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy stuff. So Matt Hardy got got like beat up or hit in the head like really hard with a chair or whatever, and it like messed up his brain. And so then he started talking with this really weird accent, dyed a strip of his hair white, and then he was like doing all this like really weird stuff. And
does
and
he
then
like
he
suck
would
people's powers out if he touches them with his skin?
he was doing these like weird. He has this lake of reincarnation where like if you get thrown into it, when you come back out, you're a different gimmick of someone that you were before. Like he got thrown in and came back out, and he was like the Hardy Boys Matt Hardy, and then went back in and came back out, and he was a different Matt Hardy.
Boy.
It's so entertaining.
And this was WWE, right?
No.
This is
It was TNA first.
Oh, okay.
And then WWE tried to do a WWE version of it, which was awful. And then he did a shorter version of it in AEW, but it kind of got shortchanged a little bit because that gimmick like works a lot better with a live crowd, and it was during COVID, so he like retired it and did a different. And is doing a different gimmick.
Now he's like what, HFO now?
Yeah, he was like, I got the monies.
That's what I want to say about with and I know AJ knows who I'm talking about, Austin Creed. I wasn't aware for one that he was on TNA at first.
Yeah,
I had no fucking clue. But then because you brought up Tyler Breeze, when they had an interview with him, what was it, Tuesday night? Kevin Pereira interviewed him for The Loop. And he like shouted out, he was like, "Oh, who do you want to plug?" He goes, "Well," he's like, "I'm on Twitch." He said Tyler Breeze is on Twitch and gave his Twitch name. He pitched Cesaro, and then he also preached Adam Cole, and he even said Adam Cole, baby. And I was like, "Oh, cool." He actually mentioned another company's guy, which I know is something that they don't like to do.
Yeah.
I just think the thing last night, or not thing last night, Monday night with Edge, I thought was fucking stupid. Because...
Oh, with The Miz?
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to like... So like right now, AEW's doing something, and they're going, "Oh, that worked for them, let's do that." And it's just like, but it's not the same.
A lot of people were kind of drawing similar conclusions, and we're like, wait, did you guys just watch what was on the other show? And we're like, that works, we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Hey, we like this, we're gonna take it. Is that okay? It's like what's the meme, I'm gonna copy your homework but make sure it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so the concept was, AJ, there was this huge promo with CM Punk and MJF. MJF is this like never breaks character. Like he's always this like dickhead, like rich Jewish guy, dickhead. I guess it doesn't matter if he's Jewish, but you know what I mean. Because
he's from New York.
Yeah. Well, yeah, from, was it Staten Island or something like that, or
yeah, so he could be Jewish.
Yeah. Well, no, he is. I mean, he's Jewish because he's what was the thing that he said the one day? Oh, because of the Larry David's pajamas, because it was all Hanukkah'd out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he did this huge promo for CM Punk and him. They mentioned like a bunch of people from WWE. They mentioned Triple H. They mentioned The Miz, because CM Punk called him a less famous Miz. And so, like, literally on the next, from Wednesday to the Monday Night Raw that came on, Edge literally, like, brought up the fact that that Miz was mentioned on another show, but didn't say what show it was. He just said, was mentioned on another show. And he was like, it was like for cheap ratings, he said it was 'cause. And yet they even brought it up, and I'm like, well, if you guys didn't care, then why would you bring it up as well? Just so fucking stupid.
Because they want to be edgy.
I hate that shit that Cody Rhodes does now, where he tries to like keep mentioning Triple H. I'm like, dude, no one cares. Just fucking try to be your own thing. And I feel like he's he feels like Cena, like he's slowly getting there. At least to me. But I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like he gets booed right now specifically because at one point an audience did it, and now it's just like the cool thing to do. Not that like they actually boo him because they don't like him. It's just the cool thing to do.
Well, I think with me,
it was kind of how it started with Cena. Well, like most of the crowd was doing it because it was just like the cool thing to do, and then it became like, no wait, we're actually booing you.
But I think with me, I think it's the fact that like he's Hollywood kid now, like he's Hollywood, like because The Rock pulls it off because The Rock is done, and when he shows up, it's a gift to even see him on one of the wrestling shows. But I think with Cena and pretty much anyone who tries to do like the whole movie thing, I just think it takes away from the I sound so douchey saying it, but the art of wrestling. And I think that's what AEW has done for me, where you and me doing it like backyard shit and like really enjoying the art of it, that's what brought me back to be like, I just enjoy what they're doing. I enjoy the fact that these two guys, whether it be whoever, like the Lucha Brothers or the Young Bucks against each other, and it's just like, they're putting on a show for you. And, like, they don't care too much about titles. They don't care too much about the big event, main event pay-per-view. Or they focus on what they're doing, and they enjoy what they're doing because they get to have that freedom to do whatever. You know what I mean? And even if it's sometimes silly, you know, I know a lot of time the Young Bucks do a lot of stupid, like, silly shit. But it's the fact that, like, they really try to entertain you. I always feel like AEW is more of a circus compared to WWE, which is more of a like legitimate sports thing that like tries to make people care about what titles, who has what titles, and where people are getting drafted to. I'm like, I don't give a fuck where you're drafted to. The one thing I was upset by last draft was when I heard that Big E was going to be leaving the rest of New Day. I was like, that was the one thing I was upset with. But then other than that, I'm like, you guys don't even pay attention to who the fuck gets drafted anyway, so what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah, they do whatever they want anyway.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're going to draft... This guy got drafted to Raw, but he can come by whenever, I guess. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, just come on by if you really need to.
Listen, I don't know if you knew this, but Survivor Series is the one night a year when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head in direct competition.
Wait, what? That's Survivor Series?
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not Fastlane?
No, they battle for brand supremacy, I heard.
Oh, okay. AJ, is this news to you?
No, I knew about this already, actually.
This is what got me. What I thought was hilarious. They're like, yeah, they're battling for brand supremacy. And I'm supposed to believe that they care that their brand wins for some reason. And then someone pointed out, they were like, hey, by the way, the draft was like 3 weeks before Survivor Series, and so they do like the 5-on-5 elimination match, and they're like, by the way, the entire men's team was on Raw 3 weeks ago, and they're now fighting for SmackDown. And I was like, wait a minute.
That shit's
By
so
George,
stupid.
she's got something.
That shit's so... I honestly think... I mean, I like the fact that they made Big E a champion, but other than the man, Becky Lynch, I have no fucking interest half the time. There's some...
I stopped watching WWE a couple years ago. What I should say is I stopped watching Raw and SmackDown weekly. I will watch the pay-per-views, and then I'll watch YouTube highlights of
That's
Raw
what I
and
do.
SmackDown.
I just do YouTube highlights. I'm like, I don't need to see all of it. I could just find out who won a match or whatever.
Yeah, it's also not helpful that Raw is 3 hours every week.
It's 3 hours of boring. Bleh.
I'm like, Oh man, I can't watch this for 3 hours every week. Like
Opposed-
you are not doing enough to hold my attention.
Opposed to Wednesday night, when they actually lit a table on fire and someone actually went through it.
Yeah,
Which
it was crazy.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy to think. It's not crazy because it's not like you haven't seen someone go through a flaming table before. It's the fact that it's just a fucking Wednesday night. Nothing was special about it. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just do this. Like, who the fuck cares? Just fucking put a guy through a flaming table.
Yeah, AJ, you gotta see it.
I'll probably send it to him later. He doesn't fucking care.
He was like, "Nah, AJ's all about that old school ECW
Old
shit."
school.
It was fucking I was surprised. I was honestly surprised because when I saw the thumbnail, I think I was playing with AJ that Wednesday, so I don't think I even caught any of the show until I watched highlights of that. And I saw the thumbnail and I was like, "Why is there a table on fire? Is this like fucking clickbait? Are they just gonna put him through a table and that's it?" And then I was like, once Brandy showed up, I was like, "Oh shit." I said, "Is she gonna light the table?" I was like, "That's fucking crazy."
Yep.
Imagine being like, "I'm gonna beat this guy's ass." Not only that, I'm gonna have my wife come in, set some shit on fire, and I'm gonna throw him through it as well.
And then I was listening, and then of course you're watching, and an ember, like a big ass ember from the table, lands on Andrade's chest while he's being pinned, and he's trying to put it out while trying not to pick his shoulders up so he doesn't kick out.
Because even Tony Schiavone was like, the man's on fire. The man's on fire. He's trying to pin him, and he's still on fire.
Yeah.
You could see like parts of Cody's boots just like literally like having slight burns on them.
Yep. Shit was cray.
It was fucking weird. It was just fucking weird to see that on just like this is just a normal night, nothing special about it. It's just a Wednesday night. We're just fucking throwing people through flaming tables. Fuck it.
Yep. Hey, one night they had Nick Gage in the main event.
Dude, that was fucking crazy. That was surprising to me. That's what I mean. Like, the concept of nothing's off limits to them. Like, with WWE, it's just like, oh, well, if they're not under contract, we're not going to have them in, or, they're not going to show up unless we have them, and they have to be, a confirmed... It reminds me of back in the days of, like the whole concept of the Montreal Screwjob, where it's just like, well, if you're not going to stick with us, then I can't trust you with any of my titles, and I can't trust you to do, like, that kind of shit, where it's just like, I can't have you around unless you're committed to this corporation. And it's just like, they'll just bring a guy over from Japan and be like, just wrestle a match tonight, and then you'll just fucking go back the next night. Like, we just want you here for like one night, and that's it. Just go.
That's because they had, they worked out talent exchanges with with TNA and New Japan and AAA.
That's what WWE should do. But they can't. They're too big. They're like, no. I'm still pissed off they fired Morrison.
Promote somebody other than me? What?
We need the money. It's ours. It's our money. Mine.
It's our money. Here's another one, AJ, that you'll appreciate. There's this guy. He's a deathmatch wrestler named Nick Gage. He's fucking crazy.
We watched him before live, right?
Yeah, we used to see him live in Philly.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. He's ugly as fuck, but dude fucks shit up.
He's fucking crazy.
He looks like his teeth is all fucked up, but go ahead.
His teeth is fucked up.
Yeah.
So he's on. He's in the main event, and one of his big gimmick things that he always does is he takes a pizza cutter and he cuts the person's like head. He rakes it back and forth across their forehead, cuts them open, they start bleeding. So AEW does this really revolutionary thing that WWE has never done, amazingly somehow. If they go to commercial while a match is on, they go to picture-in-picture.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. What story you're gonna tell him?
So, supposedly it was by accident, and Domino's was all pissed. It was like mad about it. They cut away as he's cutting Jericho's face with the pizza cutter. They go to picture-in-picture.
Let's go. Continue through the break in picture. When you order Domino's carry out, get 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 each and choose.
And you gonna try to tell me that that's not on purpose?
Domino's is pissed.
Domino's is like, we don't blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, you guys are bullshitting. You knew that was gonna happen.
They were so pissed about that. That was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, so good. And like that's the thing. I think it's the concept of that AEW having that like that deal with the other places. It's like knowing a character. Like that's what I'm saying. Where it's like the example of MCU, where like if the movie hints at somebody, you're like, wait, are they talking about so and so? And then they show up, and you're like, holy shit! I was not expecting this person to show up because they are not part of this thing. And then they show up, and then they do a match, and you're like, oh shit, that's awesome! They had so and so come over from the place that they were at, and it's the people who are huge like hardcore fans understand someone who would be in another corporation to come over and be like, oh shit, we've never seen this crossover before. It's just fucking cool. I just fucking love that concept. I don't know.
Yeah, my thing with when I just kind of explain it to people is that I don't like this is where I'm at right now. They could totally like change their way, change what they're doing, and it could be different. But like my opinion with where I'm at right now is I don't have fun when I'm watching the WWE product. I just don't have fun watching it. It's not that enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
But I have so much fun when I'm watching AEW.
Yeah. I mean, you were a big. You've always been a big Daniel Bryan fan. Daniel Bryan. That guy.
Danielson.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
He's never appealed to me, but like I like the fact that he's on this because it feels like that niche company. It feels like that niche group of like people you would see in an indie show, like the people that aren't huge, like they're not physically like actually physically huge, and they're not like doing anything innovative, but they have their way and their style, and that's what you enjoy. Like I honestly don't really know too much or haven't seen that many matches of Adam Cole, but I still be like, Adam Cole, baby. Like it's the concept of they have these characters that you like. You have these people that you legitimately give a shit about. Like one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW is a 6 foot tall man who wears a goddamn dinosaur mask. Like that's my favorite. Like it's
AJ. His name is Luchasaurus.
I'm pretty sure I've told him before. I think he's tall, and he even fucking has a degree in American history, or was it
for some reason?
Yeah, it's just fucking.
You gotta have a fallback job.
That's true.
But like, yeah, he's just like one of my favorites, and it's not because he's a dinosaur. I wasn't a big dinosaur kid back when I wasn't a dinosaur kid when I was younger. I was a human kid.
You stole it. I was gonna do it.
Yeah. But it's just like it's got that concept of like it's just something about him being so tall, but being able to do fucking Rey Mysterio shit at the same time. Like you see him do moonsaults and fucking jump out of the ring. You're like, that guy is too big for that. Why is he doing that?
Didn't Brock Lesnar try to do a moonsault off the top rope and fell on his neck or something?
Oof.
Yes.
Whew, just like what's his face just recently did. Lance Archer on AEW did one, and he landed right on his head. It was gross. It was
Brock's
disgusting. Yeah, Brock's did look worse, but you could tell with Lance, he's like he fell and was like, oh, that he did not land right there.
Yep. Nope.
There was someone else I was trying to bring up.
I don't know.
Oh,
Becky Lynch.
Well, I love Becky Lynch. But Darby Allen, the past two events he's been on something, he is literally like AJ. I guess the equivalent would be Spike Dudley with face paint on half of his face. Like the man doesn't care about his well-being. He just fucking, I guess, more mankind, I guess.
And he's
but...
the worst of the Dudley boys.
No. But, like, imagine, what was it? It wasn't Billy Gunn the other night, but it was just one of the guns. He comes out of the tunnel running
oh my god, he
full
decks the
speed,
shit out of this guy.
full speed, and just fucking hits this guy dead on. And it's just disgusting. For being that small, oh my god, it was gross.
AJ, you would appreciate it. He decks the shit out of this guy.
I wish I could find a gif of it. Because it's just disgusting. Because he hits the guy and you're like, holy shit, he is too small to hit a guy that hard. It looked like a fucking football tackle. But I wanted to, I forgot
Venom dog.
I forgot to text you that. FM what?
Yeah,
Or force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, okay. I got you now. I got you.
I gotcha.
If there was a fucking gif, I would send it to you. But he fucking full speed, just out of the entranceway, just hits this guy with his shoulder. And then he did it again with, like, the next night to Billy Gunn, where he just jumps out of the ring and you see him literally, like, collide as if you threw two pennies together and they just went, like, the opposite directions, where they just went bing and just bonked off of each other and just went the opposite direction.
Oh, goddamn.
You're right.
Yeah, you found it? The clip of him just hitting?
Yeah, Kibbles sent it.
Oh my god. The force of how fast he comes in and just hits him is disgusting.
I was watching live, and right before, like, where that clip starts, the camera was in a different angle, so pass over, bam, oh shit! He killed him!
Oh my god, it was disgusting. That's like the I guess... that I don't really appreciate Darby Allen, but like shit like that, you're like, oh my goodness, why? Why are you doing this to yourself? It's just like that's his main thing. Like his finisher, AJ, is literally just like he gets on the top of the turnbuckle and just like does a trust fall on a guy. That's just it. He literally puts his hands on his, like, it's called the coffin drop. So he does like a coffin pose and then just jumps and just lands on the guy with his back. He's gonna be like
a little flashier, but
yeah, he's gonna be like Mankind, where like he's gonna be like missing so many teeth and like have so many injuries by the time he's like mid-career.
4 different personas.
Yeah. He's gonna have 4 different personas as well. But it's just fucking crazy. I don't know, something about AEW. I just fucking love it. It's so much fun. It literally. That's the best way I would describe it when it came to people. Would be like, it's like going to see an indie show, but you could watch it on TV. That's what it feels like.
Speaking of going to see shows.
Yeah. I was gonna finish up AEW and whatnot.
I thought we were finished. I was going with the segue.
Yeah, we were. It was perfect. You were right on time.
And then you ruined it.
But go ahead.
The
What were you saying?
Apparently he wasn't, because you were like, hold on.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
We got our tickets to go see Spider-Man.
Yes.
I got my tickets to go see Spider-Man.
Yes, I did. I got our tickets to go see Spider-Man. I bought our tickets.
Wait, when are you guys going?
We're going
the Sunday.
Yeah, the
19th.
Sunday.
We're not going to say where because the people might come see us because we're so famous.
That is the Regal in...
No! I'm bleeping it out. I can do that. Yeah, this is the thing, Kibbles. We have a group text with Bones. I'm sure you've heard of Bones before.
Heard of this person?
Yes, they're in your body. They form a skeleton.
No, not him. AJ, our friend Bones.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, him. So he likes to just fucking throw theories around a lot. And
he's deep in there. He's like fucking tinfoil hat.
Yeah, he's telling us like wake up sheeple kind of stuff. But he's like Marvel. He's a Marvel conspiracy theorist. And he'll be like, well, it's rumored that so-and-so is going to show up and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, where'd you heard this? He's like, oh, I'm just hearing it. I'm like, but where?
On the internet.
Yeah, he's just, on the internet. Where anyone can just say whatever. So.
They can?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, there was a quote I saw. Abraham Lincoln said it. He said, don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Wait, Abraham Lincoln said that? It must be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be true, man. He can't tell a lie, I've heard.
Was that him or was that Washington?
I think it was both of them. He was Honest Abe, they called him.
Oh, and then what? The other one, Denzel Washington couldn't tell a lie.
I don't know. I mean, he was in that one movie. He told a couple lies.
Which movie was that?
The one with Dakota Fanning when he was the bodyguard. What was that called?
I
Man
want-
on Fire. Was that
I
Man on
want
Fire?
I
Yeah.
want to say The Bodyguard, but that seems too simple.
That's a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's Man on Fire.
No, I thought it was Liar Liar.
Liar, liar, pants. Liar, liar, Man on Fire.
So that was the whole point of that movie is that he couldn't tell a lie for 24 hours.
That was the director's cut. It was called Liar, liar, Man on Fire. It was the extended cut.
Or the Nickelodeon edited version, Liar Liar Plants for Hire.
What were we talking about? Oh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Kibbles, what are your theories? Can you confirm the Spider-Man?
My first theory is that we're gonna see the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Wait, what?
We're gonna see the Spider-Mans.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's not a theory. It's been proven.
Oh, okay.
And one I say one theory that I did see that when you see Mary Jane falling and Peter's going after her, I think it's going to be Andrew Garfield that saves her to make up for not saving Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I think they're saying that too.
It's a good
Yeah.
theory. I like that theory.
Great record.
Great record.
But yeah, I mean, I don't. This is the thing. It's not that I don't want to say that they're gonna be in it. I just don't like to hear from Bones to tell me all this stuff. I'm like, dude, gonna go see the movie regardless. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really care what you think's
Yeah.
gonna happen. I'm gonna find out regardless. Don't
Yeah,
tell
and
me.
you don't want to
now.
be some asshole that spoils a post-credit scene for yourself, and you see it ahead of time, and
Which one
then
did-
you get to experience it live. And
Which one did I do that with? Venom.
Venom, yeah.
Yeah, I fucked myself on Venom.
How did you... Wait, what happened?
So what happened was that I was at work, and right now my work is very, very boring. So I had saw maybe the week before we were gonna go see it, because we've been doing this thing with the four of us, the Waffle Town guys, me, Dan, Bones, and AJ. We go on a Sunday morning, go see whatever Marvel movie. It's been going on for a couple months now. We go see whatever Marvel movie, and then we go have lunch. So one of the days, I was at work, and it said post scene for Venom 2. And I'm like, do I want to watch it? And I ended up watching it, and I was like, shit. This is pretty big. Because I don't know if you saw it, Kibbles. Did you see Venom 2?
I did not. I know what the post-credit scene is.
Okay. Well, I watched that, and it was in a very blurry, bad, movie theater, camcorder movie theater recording.
And like it wasn't even with a phone camcorder; it was like a VHS still.
Yeah, exactly. He said, I gotta pop out the tape. But it was like one of those things where it was like, I told AJ, I was like, fuck. And he's like, what? I was like, I saw it, but I'm not gonna tell you about it. I don't think I even played it off as something big. I was just like, I just saw the post credits, and it was like, whatever. Because I didn't want to make it like, you're gonna fucking shit your pants. You're gonna fucking shit.
You're gonna come and shit at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking chum. And I didn't want to do that because I thought that would be rude or like set up something. So I didn't really have any opinion on it. I was just like, AJ, you'll see it when we see it. I was trying to be like that, but I was a little bit not upset, but the fact that I'm like, I really would have been more shocked to go see it and find out when it happened. But I was like, it's whatever.
But then that was the thing with like Bones too. He's like sharing pictures of Tom Hardy wearing a Spider-Man No Way Home hat. And he's like, that's it. He's confirmed.
Yeah.
Like, before we even saw Venom, he's like, he's gonna be in it.
Or when you see the I think Lizard, they were like saying it was Lizard. He's like, that must be Lizard or Venom. It must be Venom because it's Tom Hardy. Confirmed.
Yeah. He's like, they raised the brightness on it, and you can see it's definitely Lizard, even though they can totally CGI someone else into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to go see the movie. I'm just excited to go see it regardless.
Yeah, one of my things that I thought was funny, and I was like, that one scene where he's at the end when he's jumping at three villains, I was like, that totally makes sense. That like it could totally be all three like Spider-Men like jumping into battle against the three villains at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching stuff and or talking with friends about it, and we're like, yeah, that would make more sense because like if you really look at that scene, Lizard is just like jumping at nobody.
Yeah.
And then if you see the Brazilian edit of the trailer, then Lizard gets punched in the face by nobody.
Yeah,
So fucking weird.
it's hilarious to watch though.
I think it's
Yeah.
really the fact that people kept pushing, and like the fact that Garfield and Maguire, well, I guess just Garfield, would just like push back and be like, no, that's not me. And like technically, I was watching one of the Mr. Sunday movies. He's like, technically, he doesn't say he's not in the movie. He just goes, oh no, that's not me. That's just not me.
Yeah, that's photoshopped.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there was all those like images and stuff getting leaked, and he's like, "That's not me. It's photoshopped. It's fake. It's a deep fake."
Oh my God,
What?
there's. Oh, we can't talk about it. I want to segue over because Hawkeye. There's episode 3 because you said deep fake. It
I haven't
reminded
seen
me.
episode 3 yet.
There's a deep fake in it that you can blatantly tell. You're like, that's definitely not them. That's definitely not this
Is
person.
it like in Jurassic Park when the girl falls through the ductwork in the ceiling and she looks up and it's completely not her face?
Yeah, kinda. It is. It's kind of like that.
I forgot about that.
It's kind of that equivalent. It's kind of like where you see it and you go, that does not look right.
That's funny. I forgot about that.
It
I
just-
did watch. They have that show on Netflix, The Movies That Made Us.
Yes, that is great. I love that series.
I haven't watched season
And-
2 yet.
Oh, they did. The Jurassic Park one was very interesting.
They all were like all the behind the scenes facts and like how half of these movies barely even got made.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the Home Alone one?
I've seen
No,
that
I haven't
one.
seen that one yet.
There's one part in the Home Alone one where they're like the studio dropped us and we were already in talks with I think 20th Century Fox or whoever actually produced the movie, and they were like, Fox was like, if they drop you, we're picking you back up. So the executive for whatever studio they were under was going to all the offices saying, hey, pack everything up, we're done, movie's over. He was following him into the offices and he was like, never mind, we're not done, don't pack your shit up, we're still doing this, like it's still on.
Yes. I remember the part they were talking about with Joe Pesci having a hard time not cursing.
Yeah,
movie.
he would just make random gibberish. He's like,
I remember that part. I watched it back when I was back like what years ago? 2 years? 1 or 2 years ago? I don't remember. But I remember watching the season 1. It was like Ghostbusters,
yeah.
Home Alone, a couple other ones.
I've basically seen like random ones of it. Like I've seen, like I saw the Jurassic Park one. I saw the Halloween one. Trying to think of what other ones I saw.
They did what Elf. Elf was a pretty good one too.
Oh yeah.
Was it? I saw that there was an Elf one, and I was like,
I
like
fucking
I'm
love
not
it.
really into that movie.
I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
And
Fucking
Have
love
you
Elf.
watched the Toys That Made Us?
yes, I loved that.
I've only watched I think the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles.
Fuck yeah! You
Yeah,
don't need to watch
The
any
Power
others.
Rangers one was good.
You don't need to watch any others, son.
I think there's wrestling toys too. I didn't
Yeah,
watch that one
I
yet.
think they did that.
That one was okay. I didn't think that one was amazingly great or anything.
I just love how like the Power Rangers one, they're literally like, we just kind of took Japan's toys that they're already making and just made them in English and just sold them in America, and there you go, we made millions of dollars. Like,
Yep.
literally no effort, and they made so much money off of it.
Yeah.
What's the other? Lego was a really interesting one.
Yes, I watched that one too. That was good.
And what was the other one I thought was really interesting? Transformers.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one yet.
You mean robots that are in disguise?
Robots that are in disguise.
Wow.
It's robots into guys because they transform.
Oh god.
There's more than meets the eye.
I heard that one of the Decepticons is trying to kill people now.
Really?
Yeah, Omicron.
Oh.
No, that's
No,
Lur.
that's Lur from Omicron Percy I
Yeah.
ate.
I saw something on Facebook and it was like, I literally cannot hear Omicron without thinking Futurama.
Yeah,
That is exactly how it was.
ate.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Omicron Percy I ate. That's immediately what I thought of.
They're like, oh, it's been mutated into Omicron Persei, according to a meme Facebook channel.
Yeah, I saw that same meme, and I was like, that is exactly what my brain does every time I hear or see that.
Kibbles, do you have any? It's just a small question, but do you have any interest in playing Apex or?
Not really.
It's free.
And crossplay.
Why are you guys like looking for a third? That's
We're
what it
not
sounds
looking
like.
for a third, but I just think it'd be interesting.
We're always open to it.
Yeah, we're like a couple who's lost their.
Yeah, we're like a stale married couple.
We're just looking
so
for a third.
So you guys are looking for a unicorn?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, a unicorn.
What's a unicorn?
A unicorn is, the perfect person for you guys to have a threesome with.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say like you put a dildo on your forehead and you fuck the guy's wife in the butt.
No.
Touche, AJ. Touche.
That was good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem. I wouldn't think it'd be your cup of tea, but I was just thinking that it would be interesting to. I thought it'd be interesting to do like a video with either you, me, and AJ, or do like James, whoever. Probably AJ more likely, I'm guessing.
Like breaking somebody's Apex cherry.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you want to do a video for it, I'll get on and play. I can't guarantee I'm going to play more than just that one time, but
oh, no problem.
It'll depend on how much I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
but...
it's like anal. You know, you get comfortable, and then you know.
Yeah.
Just do it one time just to see how it feels, and then if you like it, you do it again on your anniversary or your birthday.
I also
exactly.
pitched. I remember. I don't know how AJ. I wanted to tell AJ this because I think I only pitched it to Kibbles. Was that Kibbles has his channel Ouchies, and I was like, what would be cool is if you guys did like Dead by Daylight or like. I mean, you guys have done Among Us, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember you've done Among Us videos. But doing like Dead by Daylight and have like a killer, because with the personalities that you guys have in that group, that would just be fun to have one of you the killer and just being like fucking super creepy or weird, or even like super sexual or whatever, just trying to be like the killer stalking people, whoever the person may choose, because that game is really a fun game to do with. I mean, it's only 5 people you can do it with, but like the one person chasing down the other 4 and they can hear them the whole time. I mean, it'd be a little bit more to get used to, but it's fucking fun as shit. When we played it with the 5 of us, it was fucking funny.
Yeah, I need to get back into editing. It fell by the wayside when I was like getting ready to move, and it so much.
You just taking a break. That's all. You just tell them, hey, I was just taking a break.
Just taking a break.
That's all that is. You just say, I'm taking a break. That's what I do.
Essentially what it is.
When I get lazy, just say, hey, I'm taking a break. Don't worry about me.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I'm not getting lazy.
Oh no, I'm saying when I get lazy. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying when I get lazy, I say, I'm just taking a break.
Just taking a break.
Just taking a break, that's all.
Just mind your business.
Just mind your business, that's all. Just mind your business. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that'd be a fun, especially with, like, the way your group is. There's some weird conversations and characters that you got.
So many weird conversations.
And to have one person try to kill the other 4 would be fucking funny.
Listen, one time we had a 6-part conversation about how in Overwatch porn, Farrah has a penis.
Yeah, I mean that's just that. What's sad is.
That's disgusting, and I don't like that. And where is this?
Oh
I
no!
need to stay away from this at all
Yeah,
costs.
where would that be? Like, what would the website? They didn't ever like explain in the videos. Like, where would you find that? Like, if I want to stay away from it.
Oh, well, you just have to go to this website right here, and
AJ, I already know. I'll tell you about it later. I'm pretty sure it's something involving a rule.
yeah, Ja Rule.
No. So yeah, we're getting down to the bottom here. We might as well bring up our fantastic movie that I'm sure no one has an issue with whatsoever that Kibbles picked.
Oh, was I supposed to pick something controversial?
No. What I'm saying is that some of us might have a different opinion of this movie than you do. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think we do though.
I think, well, Kibbles, why do you love the movie Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story?
Well, first off, it's truly an underdog story.
I mean, it's right there in the title.
Oh, yeah, I
It's
mean,
right there in the title.
Fuck
Just
me,
wanna
I
make
guess.
sure-
I'm sorry.
Make sure we're on the same page there.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, I think that it is a hilarious movie that I've seen numerous times. I still think it's funny. I still laugh my ass off. I have a great time watching it. I was like trying to think of like when you had asked me, I originally was like, okay, like what movies have I seen that like I really like loved and aren't and I was like strictly like trying to stay away from
Porn.
like MCU movies.
Oh,
Yeah, I was trying to stay away from porn.
I was kind
sorry.
of hoping that you were going to say porn. I even told Darren that.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have said porn.
Yeah, he was like,
Specifically, this one porn called.
it was, what was it? Something Cuties 3.
Oh my.
I was
I don't
gonna
know.
say it was called Goldilocks and the Three Wolves.
Goldilocks and the Three Wolves.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like Goldilocks
Like
and the
men
Three.
and black men.
I was gonna say Goldilocks and the Three Big Black Dicks.
Oh, I
Big
should
black bears.
I should have went with that, man. I missed it. Golden opportunity.
You
All right,
say-
let's rewind it. Play it back. Give me the line again.
Did you say the Big Black Bears?
Yeah.
Big black booty bitches.
If that hasn't been made yet, we have to get a hold of Steven Spielberg or somebody to go ahead and make
Can
that.
we make? I like that. I like what Kibble just said. Can we do Goldie Cox and the Three Big Booty Bitches? That one
We'll
works.
do both of them. We'll be one for the ladies.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
come on,
good.
we got two markets to serve here.
All right.
Exactly. Service everybody.
Just like the movie. I don't know. I think for me, Dodgeball is one of those. It's one of those movies that fit in that like, that weird like
Early
getting
2000s mentality.
Well, no, I was gonna say getting into those like, the stigma of those weird like Ben Stiller movies that he just keeps doing, like just doing different movies over and over again. They're kind of like how Adam Sandler did, where like it was just like getting ridiculous with the movie concepts, and he was just like, oh, he's just a silly character he plays in this movie, or it just seemed like that kind of concept, because he was like supposed to be the outlandish character of the villain who's like, completely
He was basically
flawed.
his character from Heavyweights.
Yeah, pretty much, which Heavyweights I enjoyed. But I think because Heavyweights isn't too, like... Not everyone
Popular.
is, like... Well, not everyone is, like, wild and crazy. It's just Tony. Tony Robbins. Tony Perkins.
and Lars.
But Lars is smaller. It's a smaller thing. I don't know. I was saying to AJ, because AJ, I was like, oh, AJ, Kibbles has picked Dodgeball. And I was like, I'm sure I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies, but I remember it so well that I'm like, I don't think I have to watch it over. I think I remember
Yeah.
it so much. I think everyone's seen it a bunch of times.
That was all the Pauly Shore movies that we did. You had to go and watch. I literally know all those movies by heart, so I didn't even have to go back and watch them again.
I did not. Son-in-Law was the best one, and I had never seen it, so I'm glad I did. But the one thing I do like about Dodgeball, and I will say this all damn day, I will say it 3 times, Alan Tudyk, Alan Tudyk, Alan Tudyk. Great
Which
actor.
is also a great name for a porn star.
The concept that when I have to explain to people who is the greatest person I met at a convention, I have to go, Alan Tudyk. He was in iRobot. He was in A Knight's Tale. And they go, I don't know any of those movies. And I go, he was Steve the Pirate. And they're like, oh.
He was Steve the Pirate. Ah!
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, Steve
There's
the
a guy on our
Pirate.
team dressed as like a pirate.
Yeah.
Such
And
a
then he comes
weird
back
fucking
later.
thing.
Look, it's Steve the Pirate.
Oh God. But this is what I'm saying. Like it's the one thing I have negatively can say about it is the fact that it's very much it feels like a silly Adam Sandler movie. But it's like Ben Stiller instead.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't think it's a bad movie. Because there's great people in it. There's like Hank Azaria, I forgot was in that.
Yeah.
And the late great Rip Torn.
Speaking of Men in Black Men.
Yeah, Men in Black Men. There you go. Rip Torn is in Men in Black. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, and I don't think I like Vince Vaughn too much. At least
No,
as a main
he's
character.
very one note. Like
Yeah.
he's the same character literally in every movie, and like he was in True Detective, or whatever that show was on HBO. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it was just so hard to believe him as like this villain that he just completely turned me off of the show. I stopped watching it after like the second episode.
Was
Oh,
it
wow.
what, first season or a different season?
The second, I think, because I think the first season was Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, that was the big one that everyone was like, "Oh my God, the True
Yeah.
Detective's so great."
Yeah, and then the second season sucked.
I heard the third season got better because it had the guy who's gonna be Blade. He was in
Marshall
that.
Ali.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, did you guys hear he technically made his Marvel debut already?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yes.
figured that out.
Oh, you know who
Almost
told us?
immediately.
You know who told us was Bones.
Well, because did you see Eternals yet, Kibbles?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that moment when we saw that post-credit scene, immediately popped in my head that I thought that he was the Watcher. He sounded exactly like him. I was like, oh my god. And then Kibble or Bones was like, nope, it's Blade. Yeah, it's Blade. I already know.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're like,
okay.
oh, okay, thanks.
So I had no idea. I was like, I have no idea whose voice that was. I like ended the movie. The movie ended. I went home and then like Googled and was like, who the fuck was that?
I
Yeah.
like the concept of like Kibbles going like, I don't know whose voice that was. For all I know, it could have been literally Jesus Christ. I don't know who that
Literally,
was.
he says, I don't know. My well, it was funny. My uncle texted me and he was like, was that Nick Fury at the end? And I was like, no, it was Blade, because I had already looked it up. And he was like, oh, okay. And like he's like, because the only person I could think of was Nick Fury, but then I was also like, well, A, why wouldn't they show him, and B, it doesn't really make sense that it's Nick Fury.
You should
Yeah.
just fucked with him and said, no, it's Woody Allen. You're
Woody
like, what the fuck? Why is it Woody Allen?
You wouldn't want to do that.
I don't know too much about the MCU. But yeah,
My stepdaughter.
oh God, no. But yeah, it's as far as Dodgeball is concerned. Getting back to that, I think a lot of it's like, it's definitely like you said, AJ. It's a product of the times. Because I think about the ending. Because you know how they're trying to figure out if Christine Taylor's character is a lesbian or
Lesbian. Yeah.
and like the fact
He's
that
got to be a lesbian.
and it's just like, okay, that kind of feels very weird and
Yeah.
because
But it's just like, I don't know. The early 2000s was just like a different time
such-
for comedies.
you know what it is? It's such like a beer commercial ending where it's just like,
Yeah.
and twins, and then he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck both of these
Oh,
women.
snap.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird fucking like ending for the movie as far as that whole love interest thing.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Although I will
strange.
say, still one of my favorite commercials of all time.
And
Is
twins.
The twins.
Twins. Yeah. I still will like randomly look it up on YouTube. I'll be like, you know what? I feel like listening to Twins, and then I look it up.
Jesus
Have
Christ.
we talked about Kung Pao yet, like in depth? Because that I think is one of like the penultimate
No.
bad movies that is fucking terrific and hilarious
We
and
have
doesn't get the credit
not.
it deserves.
But we might have to talk about that another time because we're almost going on 2 hours soon.
Who cares? Let's live at large.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to fucking edit this, right? Fuck it.
It's 2 podcasts now.
Yeah.
Just put it right up. You don't
All
have
right.
to edit it, censor it, do nothing.
Let's start it over. All right, ladies and Benjamin, welcome to another episode. Did you guys know that fucking the chick from All That?
Lori Beth Denberg.
Yeah,
Thanks.
she was in Dodgeball.
She was. Yeah,
I
Justin
didn't-
Long got his head stuck in her vagina.
I didn't remember that. Interesting.
Are you on the IMDb?
Yeah. Well,
He
because
has to be. How the fuck else would he know that?
that was the reason. Well, because
I
I
just
saw
know that.
I saw the picture of him holding her up, and I'm like, that looks like the woman from All That, who would do the what was it, the news or whatever.
Yeah, vital information for your everyday life.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, AJ, he has children, by the way. He needs to
Yeah.
remember other stuff, but
I have extensive knowledge on just completely stupid and unimportant stuff.
before we started recording, he put one in the bath, and he's one of the kids is still in the bath, probably drowned.
They're fine. That's it. I hear him splashing up there. He's okay.
Okay, all right. Thank God.
I didn't put enough water in there for him to be
Yeah.
able to drown. So
He's old enough. He can pick his head up. He's good.
I gave him a little computer to email me in the bathtub.
And a toaster.
I was gonna say toaster, but then I was like, no, because that wouldn't make any sense to kind of contact you with a toaster. Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah,
He could go back in time with the toaster though, like Homer
Yeah.
Simpson.
that is true. I was actually gonna say I've been watching them a lot lately. Simpsons.
Because it's on the Disney Plus.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
I was letting the kids watch the Treehouse of Horrors, and they love it, and they were freaking cracking up. And then Courtney's like, "No, they can't watch this. It's awful for them." I'm like, "They're
What?
having a good time. Let them go." I grew up watching The Simpsons. I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch,
At
like,
age?
even now, if you watch it, like, I get a lot more jokes now than I did before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you're 7, you're not paying attention to the the subtle sexual innuendos and
Smithers,
all the other stuff.
Smithers gay undertones,
Yeah.
Yep.
stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, he's gay.
My
I agree
favorite my favorite Treehouse of Horror is definitely the
The Shinning.
yes.
The Shinning's good. The
Shinning.
Shinning's so good.
Do you want to get sued?
I'm trying to
It's
think of
it's the Shinning, the toaster, and the where they're cooking the kids and eating them.
Oh yeah, Soylent Green.
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous, you guys.
Somebody always comes and saves the children at the end, and then Millhouse falls in.
Falls
Fucking
in.
blender.
Good lord.
Someone will save the Simpson children.
Anyway. Again, dodgeball.
So I'm telling you, there's nothing bad to say about it. We're all. In
I
agreement
don't
that it
think
was a
there's
great
anything
movie.
bad to say about it. It's just very dated.
Fucking hilarious.
I think the fact that it's dated and fucking Vince Vaughn is my only issues with the movie. Other than that, it's pretty good. I can't deny anything with Alan Tudyk in it. Otherwise, I'd be a fucking hypocrite. I love that man.
What about Transformers 3?
Was he in Transformers 3?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
he was like what's his face's bodyguard.
This is horse shit. This is horse shit.
Now you gotta like Transformers 3.
No. No.
I just remember Kyle Kinane's one stand up, and he says, when you go to a movie theater, and you sit next to somebody and they get all offended, like, oh, no, you're supposed to put a buffer. He's like, oh yeah, because I was totally gonna blow you during Transformers 3. 'Cause I've been waiting our whole friendship till we went to go see Transformers 3 to try to blow you.
Oh no, he was.
See, I told you.
Was that the dark
Extensive
side? Yeah,
knowledge
dark
of
side of the moon.
stupid and unimportant stuff.
Fuck. Well, I mean, he was in Frozen 1, and I don't really like that movie too much, so.
Well, you don't have kids, so.
Yeah, you don't have to love it.
But I love
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
You're not forced to love it out of
But I love
sheer pounding it into your head and.
But I love
watching it over and
Frozen
over again.
2.
Let it go.
I love Frozen 2 though.
Okay.
One of my
But he's not even in that movie.
Frozen 2? Oh, he has to
I don't
be.
think he is.
He has to be.
No, because I am
No, yep.
probably. I'm
He's-
pretty sure he's in like every Disney movie.
he's-
He's like what's his face?
He's the new John Ratzenberger.
Yeah.
He is the new John Ratzenberger.
Except he does voices and not just the same voice in every movie.
Yeah. He's like an undistinguishable John Ratzenberger. He it turns out he's in that newest one they did in
Encanto.
is that how you say it? Encanto?
I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. I think I'm pretty
You
qualified.
did?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Actually, I took 1 year of Spanish in 8th grade, and then 1 year of Spanish in 9th grade. And then I went to tech school, and I said, fuck languages, I'm not doing this shit.
Wait,
Anyway.
is that the one with the house that gives them the powers, and there's one girl who doesn't have powers, and she has to save the house?
Yeah, it's coming out.
it's Rosa
There is out?
from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
love that shit.
9-9?
Nine-Nine! It has all the Spanish characters. It's got Wilder Valderrama and John Leguizamo and other people who are Spanish. And Stephanie beat the woman who plays Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Stephanie
9-9?
Beatrice.
Is that how you say it?
This girl's hot. She's only in Spanish movies.
She is lovely. I think my favorite parts in Brooklyn Nine-Nine is when she doesn't do her normal voice. When she doesn't when she doesn't do the Rosa voice, I'm like, I love when she can just turn it off. Love it. Love it so much. Love it so much.
Are any of these guys the person that killed your brother? I don't know. I didn't see his face, but he was singing that Backstreet Boys song.
Number 1, can you sing the opening lyrics to I Want It That Way?
Jesus Christ. You guys are
He was in
ridiculous.
Frozen 2. He was a guard.
I already
North
read
Wardrobe
that. I
leader.
said that already. I told you he was in Frozen 2. I just love the fucking, what's the song called? Show
I
Yourself?
Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
No. Show Yourself.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a...
Heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number 5.
I never wanna hear you say.
That's him. That's who killed my brother. Oh, I forgot we were doing
I
this.
forgot about that.
Oh my god. Anywho.
That had one of the best series finales of any show I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I did appreciate where they went with it. It just felt kind of forced.
I guess for me, so I agree with that point. I think for me, the way I was looking at it was like most of the time series finales are like, hey, we're gonna throw a bunch of clips and different thing, and like for this they were like, we're gonna take you back through the stuff that we did, but without it being just a clip show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like the finale of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Seinfeld was poo poo caca. I forgot about that.
And so I think I really appreciated it about that. I really appreciated it about that is like they found a way to remind you of all the things without it being a clip show.
Like when they had Fred Armisen show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? It was like shit. But he was in the first episode, right? That's why they had him like connected. To
Yeah.
Yeah.
where he took the picture. I do remember that. I just like the concept of that. I think it's a lot of like the nowadays we're like, oh well, people just binge shows, so we're just gonna fucking not try to hold their hand through situations. Just be like, fucking, you know what happened. We don't need a previously on shit. You just fucking
Melipnos, that was his name.
Yeah, Melipnos or Melip. Anyway.
Melipnos.
Felipe.
Anyway.
Melipnos. No, I'm not Melipnos.
Nikolaj. That's what I'm saying.
Nikolaj.
I'm saying the same thing.
Nikolaj. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it's Nikolaj.
He's like, we're saying the same thing. I don't know what I'm saying wrong. Anyway, I think we can wrap it up there. It's been
wrap it up.
It's been a good couple minutes. Yeah. So, Kibbles, what do you got to plug? What do you want people who are listening to do?
I would love people who are listening to go to Amazon and to purchase my book that I just released.
We didn't even talk about your book at all. Fuck!
Didn't even talk about the book.
All right. So anyway, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So yeah, he told me about it a couple days ago. I had no clue what it was about. I thought you were still doing, because you told me about some other ideas you had, but you didn't tell me about like it's like what, short story horror stuff?
Yeah. So
Hello?
We lost them.
Yeah,
They got him.
They got him before he could tell the story. Someone at Amazon is stopping him.
He's spoiling it. Quick, get him.
I was so shocked. I thought I lost both of you, and really we just lost him. Kibbles, you there? Oh God, we lost him.
He's dead.
He's dead. They fucking killed him, man. They fucking killed him. I love how it's so fucking convenient. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Where's he at? Kibbles, you there? Or are you dead? He's dead, man. He's fucking dead. He's fucking dead, man.
Fucking killed him.
I love how he's literally about to tell he's literally about to tell what his story's about, and it just cuts off.
I was talking that whole time.
We were like, oh my God, someone stopped him.
He's dead.
He's
they were
dead.
like, well, you can't say this.
The fact that like you were literally on the one line where you're like, I'm gonna explain this whole story, and then it just goes, and I was like, oh shit, did I lose both of them? And I'm like, no wait, AJ's still here.
My headset does that for some reason. Like after like an hour or hour and a half, my headset just like goes out, and I have to unplug it and plug it back in.
No free press.
It was just perfect
But
timing.
like the worst part is like when it happens, like I can't hear you anymore, so I have no idea.
So you could have told us.
You're just listening.
You could have told us the story, and we'd be like, just dead. You're like, I guess they don't like it. Shit.
Yeah. Well, what was weird was I had just finished it, and I was like, yeah. And then like nobody said anything, and then like 3 seconds later, it was like, Kibbles, are you dead? And I was like, fuck.
That was so perfect.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like, this guy, and then it just stopped, and me and Dan were just sitting here for like a solid 5 seconds, and nothing happened, and we were like, "Is that the end of the story?"
And I'm like, imagine you coming back going, and that's what my story is about.
Yeah. The publishers got him. They're like, you can't give out this info.
Enough of that. No sharing the secrets. Anyway,
God
I'm
damn.
sorry. You were saying you were. I'm sorry. Well, she said you wrote a book.
I did write a book.
Okay.
I did see a putty cat.
and what were you? Without getting interrupted by your microphone, what was it about?
So we'll try this again.
Yeah.
So there are 5 short stories that are all in the thriller horror genre. So just to give like a quick, one of them is a detective and a serial killer. One of them is an homage to 80s slasher movies. So like if you like those movies or have seen those movies, you'll like pick up on a lot of like wink wink nudge nudge type things that are in there. And another one, for example, is about a rock and roll death cult.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, shit's cray.
Me and AJ would call that spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, that's I when you told me about it, I was originally like, oh, he's writing the things he was telling me about. And then I'm like, you told me to go, oh, he's like, hey, check it out, and what was it? You said buy it. I think I bought it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was.
Some of my days fused together.
No, so on one particular day, a lot of people had, a lot of people that I know, banded together to buy it all on the same day on the Kindle version all on the same day because um, so Amazon has like two ranking systems. They have bestsellers, which are overall copies, and then they have hot new releases, which are number of copies sold within a 24-hour window. So I had a bunch of people. So in one of my categories, one of my categories is horror anthology, and horror short stories. In both of those categories, I needed to have 21 Kindle sales within 24 hours to be the number one hot new release for 24 hours. So a bunch of people had banded together to buy it, and when they did that, I had gotten up to like I think it was like 18, like 17 or 18 buys. So then I started like texting a bunch of people who I knew hadn't bought it yet, and I was like, "Hey, are you interested? Or like, can you share it on your social media? Because I need like to sell like 4 more Kindle copies to be like number one." And so thanks to you and a number of other people, I was able to get number one. So I took a screenshot and posted it up on my Facebook page, because for 24 hours, if you were to like go on Amazon and look in that category, my book was in the number one spot. Or like if you were to open up my book, I had like a tag that says like Amazon number one hot new release like on the page.
Like Oprah.
Exactly.
If you want to get Amazon to have you the hot new thing, you just send them a picture of your beehole.
Oh.
Yeah, just fucking spread your cheeks, take a picture, send it to Amazon, say, I have a book coming out. I hope this helps.
I didn't know they wanted that.
I mean, someone's got to down at Amazon. I mean, come on.
That's true.
Who doesn't want someone's beehole?
Think of how hard those guys work.
They sometimes just need to relax and look at some beeholes.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's got to be a popular thing. Have you been seeing the latest Channel 5 videos? There's been a lot of stuff about beeholes.
No, I haven't. But I love Channel 5. Fucking Channel 5's great.
Yeah.
I think
he was in Daytona, and there was a lot of stuff about even in like his like other videos recently. There's been a lot of stuff about beeholes.
Oh yeah, no. Ducky, when Duck was on here, he was telling us about the Juggalos and their beeholes.
Yeah.
That was also Channel 5. He sent us a video and it said, check it out, it's Juggalos and beeholes. And, right? Wasn't it AJ? He was telling us about how the Juggalos...
That's their thing, yeah, show me your butthole.
Yeah, show me your butthole. Yeah. So Duck was very into the beehole thing. He was very into the beehole movement.
I love beehole movement.
This is too insensitive. I was going to wear a bracelet that said BHM. Beehole movement.
I like that it's a movement.
Yeah. I was going to say beeholes matter, but of course they matter. You got to poop.
It's an action and a political stance.
Yeah. Which isn't what we were going to do, but anyway.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be classy. What the fuck?
It was classy.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were going to, check out Kibbles' book. It's, what is it called?
It's called 5.
Just called 5.
Just called 5.
The number or the word?
The word.
All right. So
I have my paperback copy. I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I have it.
Oh,
excellent.
Yum.
That just means next time I see you, I'll have to sign it.
Oh shit!
First edition, baby.
I definitely want to get an actual physical copy. So
Go on Amazon right now for $5.
Hey, there you go, people listening.
Only $5.
Only fucking $5.
Yep.
And
It's
the book is
only-
called 5.
It's only 124 pages. It's a quick read.
Bam.
You know, I didn't read it yet.
You like fucking what's the guy's name? Shel Silverstein or whatever? Fucking like that shit? Fucking bam, there you go.
Yeah,
Man,
Right up
it's a
your
little
fucking
different than that.
alleyway. Shut up.
just a little.
Shut up. Anyway.
Put me in there with Stephen King. He's a good writer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
if Stephen King and Shel Silverstein had a baby.
Yeah, but then also Stephen King also
I'm gonna put that in Amazon review.
You also have to remember that Stephen King had a bunch of boys fuck each other with guns. So.
Oh yeah.
And then they gangbanged the girl before they went and fought an evil clown. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Why doesn't it? Why
I wonder why.
was it? What's keeping it from being the original edition? Probably fucked up. Huh?
what's wrong with child sex?
Yeah, right?
What's wrong with fucking someone eating cum off of bed sheets? You know, which is also a thing. Or a guy in Dark Tower fucking a woman with a gun and then shooting her in the head, or shooting her
That
up her
happens.
There's a
vagina.
lot of people fucking guns in
Does
Stephen
that
King's
happen?
books.
Yeah, did you not? We talked about Stephen King on when Duck was on, and he was like, yeah, some woman gets. He says he the one guy, the gunslinger, I think he says, or the Man in Black, he fucks a woman with a gun and then shoots her up her upper hole, and it comes out of her head.
God, I didn't know that.
And that's how
Or-
babies are made.
Or
I
then there was another one where he said that the kid gets like crushed by something, and he explains in detail how his like genitals were mutilated. It's fucking disgusting. Stephen King, baby.
That's weird.
Baby.
You know it's all about the gore.
The gore and the whore.
Yeah. Stephen King, baby. Or sorry, Stephen King, baby. Sorry.
Baby.
It's all about the gore. See, AJ, there's a wrestler that we used to watch in the Indies who is now in AEW named Adam Cole. And his thing is Adam Cole, baby. And then he gets to the ring and then he says, he does this thing, it's all about the boom. But instead, I changed it to gore. And it was Stephen King, baby. You get it?
I get it.
See, look, now you're included. Now
It's like I
you're
never
included.
stopped watching it.
Yep,
Exactly.
exactly.
Are
Thank you.
are Kane and Undertaker still brothers?
Yep.
Yes.
That will never not be a thing.
They'll never not be brothers.
They'll never not be brothers, even though they've admitted that they have different names. And you know,
You shut your whore mouth.
oh, I'm sorry, my bad, my fault. Anywho, what can we surmise from this podcast?
That there's nothing wrong with child sex.
No, no. That
That Kibbles is a fun person.
yes, Kibbles is a fun person. Wrestling should not be monopolized, and Spider-Man should have 3 Spider-Men in it.
Yeah.
Also, go fucking finish Hawkeye.
Sorry, I was waiting to watch the 3rd episode with James tomorrow.
Well, if you definitely get a chance, I would say check out the G4 TV interview of Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, YouTube host, wrestler, and also part-time porn star. Allegedly. I'll say allegedly for legal reasons.
Allegedly, because you didn't see the video.
I
Because
saw
I
the
saw it.
I saw the video. It's just nothing is clear to say that it's him. That is a black man. Doesn't mean it's Xavier Woods.
True. True that.
That's why I say for legal reasons. Anyway. Whew! We talked about so much. AJ, where do we end this here?
You press the end button and it stops the recording.
Okay, you know what? Alright, well that's it. Don't forget to check out, if you haven't yet, Kibbles' Book 5. Also check out his channel Ouchies with all his friends, and they play Overwatch and other stuff. And AJ has AJ. AJ will be directing the new film, Goldie Cox and the Three Big Black Booties. We
And
don't know
Goldilocks and the Three Black Bears.
Yes, and we don't know when that's going to be out, but just keep a lookout. But till then, check out Kibbles' book and check out Kibbles' channel. So that's it for us. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Say goodbye, AJ.
Bye, AJ.
Not epic, not like the anime, but still fun to watch. I'd say that's a good. Yeah, it's not too cool. Like, it doesn't portray Spike as a cool, chill dude. It doesn't like make them seem like badasses. Oh, by the way, the woman who plays Anna is the woman from Every Time I Saw Her. It reminds me of Law and Order because she was always the morgue lady that would tell them like where they got raped or wherever. I wasn't trying to make a joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like the woman who would tell them where the